Hello world, it's the 31st of March 2025. Now excuse the panda look. I'm in the outside world, it's sunny, and as I'm getting older my eyes are getting weaker, and as you can see I've got a bit of albino in me, so when I get out in the sun I have to wear dark glasses these days, although it's not that sunny. You're used to me talking about astrology, and you're used to me talking about the way in which I experience astrology and I use astrology at a daily level. And to me there's a sense of the magical with astrology, because it's not only the word magi, you've got it, magical, imagination, the magi, the holy men. But it's not just about the magic of the planets and the stars in the heavens and their effects and the way we perceive them and our perspective. It's also about the ground we live on and humanity as the interface between heaven and earth. And there's always these places where that kind of interface becomes stronger because of what I call the sacricity of the land. And there are some places on this planet where sacricity is in abundance, and I'm in one of them now. As some of you realise by now, I'm having a holiday. I'm in North Yorkshire, and where I am in North Yorkshire there's a lot of old ruined abbeys. And a couple of days ago I was at one of the last remaining large Benedictine communities in Britain. And now I'm stood in the middle of a ruined Cistercian abbey. But when I say abbey, it doesn't do it fair justice. It's a bloomin' cathedral. It's bigger than most of the cathedrals standing still in Britain. It was dissolved and ruined by Henry VIII when he got rid of all the abbeys to upset the Pope a long time ago. But there's a sense of not just magic, of sacredness and of honour. Now, this abbey was formed 1,000 years ago. It was built 1,000 years ago. And for 500, 600 years, the Cistercian monks, when they weren't chanting, and they were good chanters, and chanting, remember, it doesn't take much to bring in the other word, enchanting, to be enchanted. There's a sense of magic here. Beyond magic, there's a sense of the sacred, the holy, and the spiritual. But where I am is in a very unpopulated place in North Yorkshire in Britain. 5 people per square mile is my guess. And for hundreds, if not hundreds of years, if not half a millennium, the monks here would gaze at the skies in reflection and meditation, and they would have seen the cosmic patterns above, and they would have seen how over a period of centuries those patterns reflected into cycles in our lives, collectively and individually. And through centuries of prayer, meditation, chanting, and gazing at the heavens, there would be a kind of energy of holiness here that goes beyond normal religion. It brings a sense of unity with the land. Now, I've spent my life looking at sacred landscapes, both in this country and in many others, as you'll see in the documentary that's very close to release now. And just in the very short time I've been up here in North Yorkshire, I've seen so many synchronistic developments. And believe me, I've got some magical stories to share with you guys. Give me another week or two and you'll see what I'm talking about. That I've realised that when you're in the right place, at the right time, then you're at some type of interface or nexus between the earth and the skies. And when your energy's in the right mode and your attitude's in the right way, things happen that defy rational explanation, that there is no science for and no rational explanation. And this is what I call Sacricity. It's a cross between synchronicity, serendipity, sacred architecture, and your own personal link with the divine, however you may see that as being. In my way of thinking, and I don't profess to be a pagan, but in my way of thinking, the more modern term is panpsychism, but it's a derivative of the old practice of animism, where everything is alive and everything has consciousness, whether it be the planet itself or the planets and stars in the sky, whether it be a rock, whether it be a blade of grass. There is a sense of integration, assimilation, holism with the beauty. And it's manifested by humans through their architecture, through their rituals, through their chanting, and through their spiritual and magical practices. And it is through these practices, through these tendencies, through this integration with the skies and the earth, that we find some type of hope for the future, away from the apps, away from the politics and the bullshit, I'm not allowed to say that, and the bovine scatology that goes with it. And there is a hope for the future here. Even when I stand in the ruins of a 1,000-year-old Cistercian abbey, where people were both persecuted and beaten for their beliefs, as their ramparts were torn down on top of them, whilst at the same time invoking the divine, the spiritual, and the beautiful. Basically, there is magic everywhere, but you have to find it. It's in you. You can attract it wherever you are. Even in the most polluted of circumstances, you can still find it. But you can't find it outside of yourself until you first found it inside yourself. So I guess what I'm saying here is that through a mixture of being at one with the earth, finding your own place and space in time, doing your best, paying homage to the earth and the magical structures of the architecture and the landscapes around you, you can not only become a better person in yourself, and I know that's easy to say, but you can actually bring a bit more magic into the earth itself and make the world a better place. As I'm fond of saying, and you're probably sick of me saying by now, one planet, 8 billion different worlds. It is still a beautiful planet. Catch you later, world. Bye.